Hi guys, this is the third week of my 6 weeks challenge of losing 5 kilos in 6 weeks. I am a bit ahead of schedule and I actually managed to lose 5 kilos already. But that's not the reason to actually stop, because I would like to carry on and see how far I will get within 6 weeks. Obviously, I'll keep you updated where we are, and by all means join me and let's do this journey together. So what I would like to talk today is actually in regards to the meal plan, which I believe is the most important part of this challenge. To get your head around of what actually works and doesn't work, it's going to be a bit of trial and error. Trust me, there will be good weeks, there will be bad weeks, but by the end of this challenge, you'll have a full understanding of how your body works and what you need to do in order to get to your desired weight. Okay, so let's take a look on the meal plan. So in here I have a simple weekly plan from Monday to Sunday. As I mentioned in the previous videos, I am trying to skip some of breakfasts because it's just easier for me to skip breakfast rather than lunch or dinner throughout the week. And in here you can see that I'm skipping it on Monday, Tuesday and Friday. The reason I skip it on those particular days because I don't exercise on those days and I don't need as much calories or nutrients to recover my damage I've done in the gym to my muscles to repair. Breakfast is usually one of those heavier meals for myself. Eliminate around 700 calories by skipping the breakfast. My breakfast consists of porridge and I add some goods into it. I'll share with you. It's going to be cinnamon, cacao powder. It's going to be as well some hemp protein powder and some peanut butter and also some of flaxseed oil. The porridge is very simple to make, it's not taking a lot of time, it is tasty and you can mix and match anything you want. So pretty much that meal provides me with all the macronutrients as well as some great omega-3 oils, as well as plenty of protein, plenty of carbs to recover after trainings, and it's just something I love. When we're in the phase of reducing our calorie intake and we're trying to lose fat, we're trying to make sure that we are not snacking as much or we are making smarter choices about our snacks. Apple a day keeps the doctor away, so trust me, I kind of follow it. First of all, it tastes amazing, it's not high caloric food and just gets you through a day. When it gets to the lunch, I usually prefer to have lunch every day if you like. And also I'm trying to reduce the portion size of a lunch. I'm not trying to go with heavy portions or big portions. I'm trying to make sure that when I'm in caloric deficit stage, I am actually reducing size of a portion. So I'll share with you some of examples which my lunch look like. When it comes to a second snack of a day, it's not something you have to have, but again, if you feel like too hungry or something, by all means, you can have another snack. Again, for my choice, it would be either kiwi or grapefruit, or maybe some protein bar or something like that, which basically will get you some extra protein. And when it comes to the dinner, I think something important to mention, not to have your dinner too late and not to have it too big. What we want to make sure that we are still staying in that caloric deficit throughout the day and particularly making sure that we're not overeating throughout this time. There are certain days of the week which are really easy to maintain this kind of routine, if you like. And there are some other days where it's really hard because you have your social life, you meet people, you go out. I'm trying to focus on as much as I can on what I can control. So what I can control in my lifestyle, it's from Monday to Friday. I am working throughout those days and it's really easy for me to make sure that I'm spot on the dot, following my routine here. When it comes to weekend, well, I might have very big dinner on Saturday and then I'll just consider, okay, well, it was quite a weekend and I had a lot of food during the weekend, but I still have my focus and vision that I would like to lose some body fat. So next day I'll try to maybe skip a breakfast, or maybe I'll just try to kind of be a bit on lower calories when it goes to Monday to Friday. Don't focus as much to be strict 100%. And throughout the whole 7 days. Still socialize, still have that fun, go out and enjoy yourself during the weekend. But again, be conscious in regards to what you are eating and maybe don't have too many, courses when you go out. Don't have starter, actual main meal and after that a dessert and a drink and another drink and so on. So that's pretty much how my week looks like. Just to finish off, I would like to share with you a few tips which worked for me so far. Relatively small changes in your lifestyle, but it will help you tremendously throughout the progress of losing body fat. So first of all, as I mentioned in my previous videos as well, make sure you have higher intake of water. In here what I'm talking about, between 2 and 3 liters of water. If you're already drinking this amount, so you don't have to change anything. Once you're drinking water, you're feeling fuller, you don't feel as hungry. Sometimes if you feel a bit hungry, you can just have a glass of water and you don't feel hungry for another hour or so. So that's quite a good one to keep in your arsenal against the hunger. So the next one is making sure that you increase your protein intake. Again, in here, I'm giving just a rough figure, which worked for me, having about 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of your body weight. It's not a set or fixed rule works for all, but that's something what worked for me. You don't have to count your macros or how much protein you consume throughout each meal or throughout the day and so on. I would say like just make sure you have a bit higher intake of protein, like 25% more to it, and you will be absolutely fine. Through the whole challenge, I mentioned about activities. It's very important that you stay active, not just in the gym, doing a bit more active, walking around from place to place. Avoid using the car when you don't have to. If you can take stairs, then take stairs rather than elevator. Targeting around 30 minutes plus to have some sort of a walk daily. When it comes to the sleep, it's very important for us to make sure we have enough sleep. And another benefit, if you sleep, you can't eat. So if you can do around 7 to 8 hours of sleep, that would work perfect for you. I know it worked perfect for me, and I'm grateful that I am able to sleep this amount of time, but definitely helps me a lot. Sleep also helps when it comes to actually managing your stress as well. Because in here, we already covered what we would like to increase or make sure that we are focused and use throughout this process of losing body fat. On the contrary, I would like to take a look on what we would like to reduce in order to help us to be focused and balanced throughout this process. So one of the first ones is obviously stress. Once we are stressed, we tend to go and fill the gap or this kind of stressful environment with some food or something, and we are not controlling ourselves a lot of times, and pretty much we'll just stuff ourselves. We'll be happy for 5-15 minutes, and after that we'll end up not losing any body fat and actually going in reverse. We want to make sure that we reduce amount of sugar we intake, and when I talk sugar, it's not just sugar which we're actually buying in packets, white sugar or I don't know, cane sugar or any sort of sugar which we're buying in the shop. I'm talking about here bakery, all of the sodas, all the lemonades and stuff like that, bakery, all of the cookies, all of the milk chocolates, and you'll take a look on reverse side of the packet. Most of them will have around 50 plus grams of sugar per 100 grams of a product. What works really well for me as well, reducing the portion size. Especially when I'm going to work, I'm using a smaller container, and it basically works miracles because I cannot even put physically a lot of food there. So it's really easy to control. You just put as much as you can fit in, and that's about it. When it comes to snacks, I'm trying to stick to 1 to 2 snacks a day, and I'm trying to make a right choice about my snacks. So it's either some sort of fruit like apples, kiwi, grapefruits, or it's going to be some sort of protein-rich protein bar or maybe protein shake or something like that. And that will help us with our goal of reaching more protein throughout the week, which will support maintaining muscle mass while losing body fat. And also I added in here, if we can reduce, then basically reduce amount of times you're eating out. The reason behind it is really hard to control what you're going to eat and how it is prepared and what goes into it. And we tend to eat more when we are eating out, when we are eating at home. Alright, and that's pretty much everything what I wanted to discuss with you this week. As I mentioned, this week was really successful for me. I managed to lose just above a kilo again, and so far I lost 5 kilos. And I'm going to carry on this journey for another 3 weeks, and we will see how far I'll get, because I still have quite a bit of body fat which I would like to reduce. If you like the content, please consider to subscribe, because it helps me, it helps to find this video for other people, and it helps to grow the channel. I really appreciate your time. Have a fantastic time. And if you have any questions, let me know. We'll try to go through together, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Thank you.